Hey church family, it's Elder Christyl, and I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all you amazing moms out there. With that being said, it is Mother's Day, and as many of you already know, 2 weeks ago, my mom passed. It's very surreal. It was very heart-shattering hearing that news. It's still heart-shattering now at the thought of it. But with that being said, when she passed, I asked God to show me, something in his word. I went to God. I ran to God. Just show me something in your word that can bring healing to my mind, peace to my spirit. Because I know she's with him, but sometimes, the enemy, he can bring so many thoughts in your head, just so many questions. Why this? Why she went through that? Why that had to happen to her? Why things wasn't this way? And it's just like unnecessary thoughts, and just thoughts that would keep you burdened down and what you really don't need right now because you're already hurting over the situation at hand. But I went to his word, and and I just prayed and said, Lord, just have your spirit to lead me to wherever you want me to read. And he led me to 2 Corinthians. And I know it was God because it was like the first 5 chapters, I believe. It was very relevant to the situation. It talked about how there's comfort in suffering. And though I may not be suffering physically, but it does take, when you lose a loved one, it does take a mental toll on you. So he's telling us that he will comfort us in suffering. It mentions how Jesus is the Father of mercies. Mercies meaning compassion, so he has compassion for us. It also tells about how he's the God of all comfort. And the meaning of comfort, even though we know what that is, but I did look up the meaning just to see what the real meaning is. And it says to the easing and elevation of a person's feelings of grief and distress. So I thought that was so deep coming upon that. So I was just like, wow, like I just knew it was God for me reading that. And he also mentioned how in chapter 5, like, how even though their physical bodies are not here, and even if it's destroyed, how he gives them a new building. So I'm like, okay, God, you're telling me, like, you'll give me comfort. You have compassion upon me. My mom, she's resting with you. She has a whole new building. She may not be here in the physical realm, but just to know that she's with him, I have to find some kind of peace in that. Because if you don't, you have to find peace wherever you can find it. In any little situation, even if it's the littlest thing that can give you peace over any hard trials and tribulation that you go through, if you can find any peace in that, that can really do so much help for you, especially when, the enemy comes and floods your minds with all types of things and thoughts that can keep you burdened down or you become severely depressed, So I just say, just look to God for everything, seek his face, be in his word, pray, talk to him about all your feelings, no matter how raw it is, just talk to God, because he's the only one who can deliver you from those feelings, and he's the only one who can see you through. So that's what I'm pretty much doing to, get through that, and just trusting in God and just standing on his word and just believing that if he brought me to it, that he'll bring me through it, and just finding peace wherever I can find it at. And just knowing that my mom is resting in his glory, and that if I continue on with God and just do his will and walk according to his ways, I'll be able to see her again. But that's it for now for me. So I hope someone was encouraged. And again, happy Mother's Day to all you amazing moms. Bishop, my spiritual mom, I love you. You're more than a spiritual mom to me, and you know that. But I love you so much, and happy Mother's Day to you. And for the rest of the church family, I love y'all. Well, all the church family, I love y'all, and I'll see you soon.